ataraxiamander.
Uh, yeah, there was a few of them. What would be the final one?
There are a couple, but ataraxiamander is pretty good. It's obviously it's ataraxia and ataraxia the same word in Greek. So ataraxiamander literally just means ataraxy and then anaximander, which is hilarious. Like that's literally you're just taking the guy who created the primal chaos and then you're just mixing his name with the word for like the serenity which comes from experiencing that primal chaos. So it's like a perfect name for that guy.
That would be pretty cool. Um,
But
it,
you, like I said, you could also just go ataraximander. Like in other words, it's pronounced ataraximander. So that one you don't have ataraxia. That's literally the spelling we use, which is ataraxy. But you just pronounce it as one word, so it's ataraximander, and that one also sounds good. It's a little bit less fancy, ataraximander. You have like
honestly,
arch
but
ataraximander.
the first thing that comes to mind is salamander, which gives me what if that's the name of the species for the lizards?
Um, that'd be a weird name for that kind of creature.
I don't know, like the way like ataraxia, like the way they could you could symbolize that being their way of breathing slash seeing slash talking. Um, it's through ataraxia, and they are a salamander like thing.
So you'd have ataraxiamanders, you'd have arch Arthur, you'd have a Cythriel. Seems like you got a little too many A's going on.
Perhaps, but that could have a theme. Yeah, that would be the theme.
Also, with the arch guy being Ataraximander, first of all, we already don't know what we're gonna call him. So, like, first of all, he needs a name anyways, and this name's good. So, we should
A
probably
name other than
skip
Ark
that
Arthur.
conversation. Well, we already decided we weren't going with Arc Arthur. We just never decided what we were going with instead.
Yeah.
Um, uh, but also, I like specifically um this guy being named Ataraxiamander as far as um like this would be the guy to either name himself that or be named after that because its parents were always grooming him to be a scientist. Like this would be the person who like has like spent his entire life idolizing those two concepts, like the concept of ataraxy, the serenity that you receive from understanding that you are God, and um Anaximander's Aperion, which
Yeah.
is just pure, unbridled um, wrath, chaos of God. And
But what
so,
if you fused those and had ataraxion? Sounds more like a word, but it still sounds cool.
but what? How's that a mixture?
It would be between Aperion and ataraxy.
Yeah. Um. It sounds kind of cool. I don't know if it's a good name though, especially not like it's a
Yeah, it doesn't
little
sound
like Darth
human.
Vader. Yeah, a little Darth Vader. It does sound cool though. It'd be good if he had a lightsaber.
Yeah.
Um. But but I want every single person in the story to be like um a questionable person. Maybe not Baraxel. He's kind of just a dude. Everyone else, I want their morals to be very questionable.
What would Sithriel do? What would he like? What would? How would he have the chance to do
Automatic
something?
loss. As far as this is something I was thinking of. There have been lots of story updates that I just haven't thought of as updates. They're just like I just think of them and say, oh, that's reality now. This one is not even definite. Like this is open to interpretation. But the lately I've been imagining a Cythriel as one of the first um AI that they ever built, as in he is entirely biological brain wise. So like he is a human. And like you cannot deny he's a human. He's made entirely up out of neurons. And all of his things function made out of neurons. But like almost everything else on him is not. So like basically to be able to handle the simulation physically, they had to make him so artificial that they were just like fuck it, we'll just keep the brain we'll keep the brain biological and then basically build around it. And so they basically used his DNA. They used Ataraxiamander's DNA. Ataraxiamander. I think I like Ataraxiamander better. Ataraxiamander is just a little too much shit going on. Ataraxiamander is pretty good though. It's
Yeah,
like ding
it's
ding ding. Yeah. But so Ataraxiamander, he basically he just took his DNA, made a brain, and then built a machine body around that brain. So basically, I'm thinking a Citharol, I think maybe like larger than a human being, like and significantly more powerful, and then he may have significantly more learning potential. I don't know how far we want to go in this direction as far as you don't really want to make a Citharol too non-human. You don't want to make his experiences too non-human, or you can sort of disrupt people's potential to be able to understand him. I don't want to make him too confusing. But then also, um, I do like playing around with philosophical concepts like that, of like him like wondering if he is a human, exploring like what it means to be human, exploring the fact that like the cutoff between human and non-human really are just the resemblance to biology. A mushroom is closer to a human being than a mushroom is to a tree, so therefore that mushroom is more human than a tree is human. Human is a slider, not a binary. You know what I mean? Like exploring questions like that through the perspective of like a Frankenstein creature forced to ponder infinity is like fun. You know what I mean? Um,
and what would his like? Would he ever have a conclusion?
yeah, his conclusion would be like there is no such thing as a human.
Yeah,
Um, but because like that's the only answer that I've ever felt was satisfying, and it's never the one the sci-fi stories reach. Like they always reach some gay conclusion about like, but being a human just means to love. It's like, nope, not that. That's for sure. Um, but so, uh,